Hello and welcome to my unboxing and review Assassinorum Execution Force boxed game set. Why did I get this? Well, I love Assassins, Red Nemesis, and really liked the characters in that. And I've got a few Assassins already, but they're the old sort of metal ones. I like the Assassins in this set. I like all of the Assassins as well. Obviously the Eversaw is my favourite, but I didn't want to have to buy them all separate. If you buy them all separate, even with the discount, it works out to be the same or a tiny bit less than if you got them in the set. So I've fell prey to the thing that I always talk about and tell people to be wary of, which is what they're doing is they're setting the prices of individual models so high that when they include them in a box set, they seem like a really good bargain, which is fair play to them. I'm not willing to buy them separate, but obviously if you're getting them in the set, they're a bit cheaper. So without further ado, let's have a look. This is really heavy for some reason, probably because it comes with these really hard cardboard sort of matte things. It does have some Chaos models as well. I've been told that they're really old Chaos models, but I like the Terminator Lord. He's pretty cool. And Cultists, I've got a tiny Chaos army just from the box games that I've had before, so they'll just go into that. But there's no rush in creating them or making them, not like there is for the Assassins, which need to go in my Imperium Force as quickly as possible, ready for my 2016 chapter update, which is full steam ahead right now. So yeah, one of these sets with a discount costs you like 50 odd quid, which isn't too bad, considering you're getting 4 sort of expensive models in there. And this is what you get. So Cultists, first of all, they look pretty old. 2012 look for these Cultists. You can see normally with sprues, if they're really far apart, they're quite old, but these just your normal Cultists. Same, and that's it for the Cultists. Then you get the Terminator, Chaos Terminator Lord. This guy is ancient. This guy's 2006. Whoa, very old. So he's a decade old, this guy. Really cool looking model though. I love the base, very nice pointy base, and some options there for weapons. Then you get some Chaos Space Marines, which I think are 2000 and doesn't say, but I'm guessing 2006 or probably earlier. But they're just the monopose ones. Look, there's 3 of them here, and they're just, you just put the bolt guns on and the power packs on. So really old model. So Cultists only 4 years old, but the Terminator and the Chaos Space Marines are very old. Then you get the new-ish sort of Assassins. These are still 2 or 3 years old. I mean, this is the Calidus, I think. Lovely model. Really like the blade and the gun. Just the pose as well. Just sort of reminds me of the Harlequins. Maybe it's the other way around, but that's the Calidus model. Then here we've got the Vindica. There's been a lot of sort of joking about and things about his shoes, because his boots are pretty big. I mean, he must be a size 12 or 13. Not that that's a bad thing, just that his feet just seem really big. But there we go, lovely weapon. I love this sort of piece of masonry there, and the base with some skulls on, obviously. Really nice. And then here we've got the Calexis, which is the sort of psychic assassin. Again, really nice model, definitely going for that face there. And then this is the Eversaw assassin. I love how he's sort of like leaping off the side of this bulkhead or whatever it is, tunnel maybe, who knows. I love his sort of power claw with all the toxins and things in there, and his needler pistol. Really nice, nice looking model. There we go. Right, let's continue. So you get all these bases. Looks like you get nice 32mm bases for the Assassins. And then you get all these cards, which I will open right now. Let's have a little look. Everything from Chaos Sorcerer Lords to the Collector's Assassin, Elite Patrol, and look, event cards. So there you go, that's all the cards. Looks like you can get some dice, nice red dice. And then you get this, which is the heaviest part of the whole. You get a nice baggie, nice, brilliant, that's good for bits. And then you get this, which is the heaviest part of the box. Really heavy, this thing. It must cost them a lot to sort of ship it around the world. I know they're sort of limited by weight, but this is almost weighing as much as like a Forge World model. I know they really try and keep weight down. So what do you get? Well, this is clearly the construction manual. Lovely artwork there. I'd love to get a print of that in colour. Yeah, so the assassins need a bit more work compared to, say, the Chaos Space Marines. So actually the models in here, other than the Chaos Lord, maybe the assassins, would be quite easy and quick to assemble, I would have thought. Wow, we get this lovely game of infiltration and assassination in the 41st millennium. Would they send an assassin or an execution force against like one Chaos Lord? I'm not sure about that, but there we go. Some nice colour pictures of the models, actions, and so on. All the weapons. There we go, Poison Blaze, the Neural Shredder, Phase Sword. Its head looks a little bit small, considering there's a helmet under that, but oh well. There we go. And then got these. Wow, they look pretty cool. So just pop them out. And then you've got your little counters and things. Oh, that's great. And then you've got the boards themselves. Wow, these are really quite hard and sturdy. And then you just set the rooms up. You get 4 of them. This is not like that, is it? It's probably not like that either. It needs to go this way. I think it would go like that as one. What they could have done is they could have reversed them though. That's the only thing. I mean, if they had reversed them like they did with the Betrayal at Calth, then that would have saved on, well, half the weight, wouldn't it? Let's face it. They could have just put those on the reverse. But maybe that's what they then learnt. Still a nice looking sort of gaming area to play on. And that looks pretty cool, just for showing off miniatures. Maybe there's a lot going on there, but there we go. Yeah, really nice. Really nice, top quality set. And welcome to part 2 of my unboxing and full review of the Assassinorum Execution Force. I actually got it for the Assassins. This seems to be a trend of Games Workshops where they're just releasing game system after game system and putting some really nice miniatures in these games for quite a cheap price, in my opinion. This set actually cost me less than buying all of those 4 assassins individually. So not only am I getting an extra game, I'm also getting a load of extra Chaos models that I can put towards my little Chaos Space Marine army. Don't get too excited. I'm not having a Chaos army anytime soon. Probably in a couple of years or so, if that. Next year's all about the Xenos armies for me, like Eldar and Orcs specifically. So let's have a look what you get in the box. I did the unboxing and showed you all the sprues. So Chaos wise, you get a load of these little dudes. Some of them are clones because they do look exactly the same. I mean, look at that. And these are old models now and they look exactly the same, and they don't give you many options to pose them. It's literally just stick the gun on, stick the model to the base, done. So there you go, they're all the cultists. They look very, very similar. And you actually do get 3 Chaos Space Marines in this set. And again, these are the really cheap old models that you just stick the bolt gun on, stick the power pack on, stick them to the base. They're so similar. Their heads are different, but they're not looking in a different direction. They're not pointing their guns. They're just really old, cheap, decade-old models. And then a really cool model in the Chaos set is this Chaos sort of sorcerer in Terminator armor. He's just such a lovely model that time's been well to him. He's got this excellent base that you could. There's no reason of just nicking that stonework and things and putting it on another base for your Terminator captain or, you know, chapter master. Completely up to you. You don't have to use it for him. I just have, because I think it just stands out a bit better. He's got this combi bolter melter with a chain sword on it as well. Just fantastic. Really nice looking model. And then he comes with this little odd looking familiar. And I still don't get that pipe work thing going on where there's a pipe from under his cloak and then it just stops there for some reason. Just really weird. But there you go. So that's him, and then we'll look at the coolest models in the whole set, which are the assassins themselves. So here we have the Calidus assassin. She's absolutely lovely. I like the old model too, but she is a beaut. I mean, look at that, absolute beautiful model. Such a dynamic pose. All the assassins are in kind of dynamic poses. The poses really tell a great backstory. Such an elegant model, really stand out, really be a centerpiece of your army too. And with the neural shredder and the phase sword. Beautiful model though. One of my favourites, the Vindica assassin with his Exitus rifle. If you've read the book Nemesis, that might actually encourage you to buy this set, because there's some assassins in that, and yeah, I won't spoil it, but it might just encourage you to get this, because this is a lovely set. Lovely set of assassins, and these are all sort of new, came out a couple of years ago, but yeah, brilliant model, lots of detail. His feet have actually sort of grown on me. They are still pretty big for him, like look at the angle and then how flat they are, but apart from that you can sort of overlook that, and if you put some grass and stuff around his feet you could, you know, you're gonna blend that out. And then the Eversaw assassin, absolutely excellent striking pose from him, sort of jumping off a wall, completely drugged up on neuro drugs and jet and all those other Fallout psycho drugs and things, with his gauntlet there and his needler pistol. Absolutely brilliant model. And remember, you kill one of these guys and they've got so many drugs and things in their system that they just explode, and they're probably going to kill you and a few of your mates, take a few of your mates with them. So they've got that sort of like fail safe. If they do take so much damage, they will just explode, which is fantastic. They'll take a lot of damage too, but there you go. That's the Eversaw. And finally, the Calexus. I love the sort of like psychic pariahs that are around, that are sort of like a null psychic force in the Imperium. I love that sort of like rule. One thing I will mention is my set, I looked at my unboxing and it doesn't actually come with the little backpack thing that has 2 things coming out of it. Instead, this was attached to it. So, but it did fit in there, and I'm just going to keep it in there. But I think that's a bit of a poor show that the set didn't have, you know, sort of like an advertised sort of part to it. That's very, very rare for Games Workshop, but there you go. I just thought I'd mention that. At first I thought I'd lost it. It came out of a box or landed somewhere, but I looked back at my unboxing and it wasn't there. It was basically like a little power pack thing with some generator things coming out of it, but oh well. Again, he's a lovely, lovely model on a lovely base. Really dramatic pose, about to throw a psych out grenade or something. There, so there you go. They're all the models, absolutely stunning. Well, the assassins are, and the Chaos Sword's pretty cool, but all the cultists and the Chaos Space Marines are really old, and you know, I mean, the cultists are alright if you've got a Chaos Space Marine army. Right, now what we'll do is we'll just have a little look at the set itself, the rules, the cards, things like that. You get a load of dice with it. They look pretty cool. First time I've rolled dice this year. Oh yeah, still got it. So let's have a look. And here is the sort of like instruction book itself. It gives you the missions. It's a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. So you can command a team of Imperial Assassins, infiltrate their way through a defiled sanctum, crawling with Chaos Renegades, and eliminate their leader, Lord Drask, before you can complete a dark ritual and dread and diabolical consequences for the Imperium of Man. Gives you all the models, dice rolls, Servants of Chaos and the Assassins. General principles, you've got facing, so it looks very similar to Horus Heresy. I won't do a demo game or anything on this, but it looks very similar to the Horus Heresy, where you've got marked out squares on the board. You've got line of sight, counting the distance. Then you've got all the reference cards as well. So they've got the different actions, abilities, that they can move, sprint, and then if they sprint they roll the dice, and then Sin Skin heal, so they can heal, basically 2+, they heal if they've got a wound. Fight and shoot. Fight actions made using modelled weapons such as fight with fists. So it's a very, very sort of easy to follow game. Room, you've got room cards, teleportarium. So there you go. And then winning the mission, losing the mission. Raise the alarm. All about the Crimson Slaughter. It's a bit of a backstory. There you go, look, you got the Adeptus Administratum, Officio Assassinorum. That's classified. I know that one of them must be the, you know, the data sort of dudes. Eversor, Calidus, Calexis and Vindica. There you go, a bit about the Vindica, about his pistol and the rifle, about the Calidus. Lovely image that. The Eversor, the Calexis, and then the little achievements and things. So very, very sort of like basic game to get into and start up. Similar to Horus Heresy really, Betrayal at Calth, but a lot less models and a lot more sort of one-on-one. Similar in a way, I'd say, even to the Overkill box set. So obviously getting very good at these kind of things. Well, this sort of started it off, this and Space Hulk. But yeah, really nice set. So let's just have a look at the rooms and things. There you go, you got room. So you can bust one of them out. So you've got room, and you've got that, and they've got all the different rooms, look. So you've got room card, and then you turn it over, and then obviously that is the room, and it's got specific sort of rules and things for it. And I'm thinking that maybe like as you go searching for these rooms, one of them is the sort of ritual room where the Chaos Lord is. And then look, these are the wounds. And then on alert, Exitus ammo, friends on, friends off, bio meltdown, there we go, and the blind grenade, which I think is for the Calexis. So lovely little sort of cardboard cut out pieces for the set. And then these are the rooms themselves. So I'll have a quick look. They're not reversible like Betrayal at Calth, which is a bit of a shame. I think it's a wasted opportunity. Unless you want to sort of like add them all up, add all 4 up and make a massive large one, but it's not that clear. So maybe I'm missing something there, but lovely, lovely boards that you could just use for anything really. And then we'll just have a look at the cards. So these are all the cards. Look, Temporal Distortion. So you got event cards, and then you've got the cards for the models, like the little cultists with auto pistols and things like that. And then I'll just show you the sort of like extra little bits. The main extra bits you get are literally only for the Chaos Lord. So you get cool looking power claws. So if you've got some Chaos Terminators, you could definitely use them for that. for all those upgrades really. Different helmet and different sort of weapons. So they're the only sort of extra parts you get. You don't get many because the assassins are unipose models, and so are all the cultists, and they're almost push to fit models really. So there you go, that is the end of my review. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.